are there any individual exercises in Daito-ryu? And can you train at home? Should you? And if not, why not? Hello, everyone. My name is Mark, and today I'm answering a question regarding individual training. And I'll be using this as a bit of a segue to elaborate on remote training as well, given that there's still some areas in the world where, unfortunately, the pandemic is still causing some problems, or at least not allowing people to return to regular training. I thought it might be a good idea to cover that topic as well. The question I received was relatively straightforward. What about Kihon Tandoku Undo? Now, this is not a term I've heard in a Daito-ryu context. Apparently, it's a term that's been used by Saito Sensei in Iwama Aikido. It translates relatively straightforwardly to basic individual exercise. And basically, the question is, whether such exercises exist in Daito-ryu. The short answer is yes. However, you probably want to think twice about starting to train in them. Now, if you've ever watched demonstration videos, and I mean older ones of, dojo anniversaries or things like that, you'll see that some of them had demonstration of kata geiko. So basically doing the kata, but individually instead of paired against an opponent and paired with a partner. I think I remember on top of my head one where it was in Abashiri. I think the last Embu in Abashiri before Tokimina Sensei passed away. Then there were other ones. I think 20th anniversary of the Shinbukan Dojo as well. I think the Aikoku Gakuen group, the one that was led, I think it is still led by, at the time it was led by Kitai Sensei, I think. Then afterward, it was basically led by Hasegawa Sensei, whom you might have seen in more recent demonstration. And they have a group of young women basically also doing kata geiko in that case. Now, they're doing this because they were trained and instructed in how to do it properly, just like with any other technique. So this is a great exercise. These are great exercise to do if you are basically suddenly stuck at home or cannot train regularly at your dojo. But just because you know how to do the paired kata doesn't necessarily mean you'll have a good understanding of how to practice it individually. And depending on the instructor, you might actually get a slightly different instructions. So you'll definitely want to be taught how to do it before you start to do it at home. The kata geiko like this wasn't actually, to my knowledge, something that was practiced at the Daitokan on the Tokimine Sensei. Even in a demonstration that were done in the Bashiri, you can clearly see that this was something that was introduced by the Shinbukan as a training method. I believe it was crafted under the supervision of Kondo Sensei by Tomabechi Senpai, and I want to say Amano Senpai. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I asked anyone about this, to be honest. But it was basically designed as a method for developing certain mechanics, and also in the particular case of the kata, basically kind of focus on certain physical mechanics that are important for the execution of the paired kata as well. Now, beyond that, there are also exercises you can do that will be productive and will help you develop certain physical abilities useful to the practice within the cultural context of the tradition. Um, if you go to the Shinbukan, the previous Hombu Dojo, or if you go to the new Hombu Dojo in Yogoku, you'll see that the exercises that you do at the Shinbukan, it was basically mostly at the beginning of the training before Katageko. At the Hombu Dojo, you have some exercises that are done mostly at the beginning, some that are done during the training, and some at the end. So it's the exercises are a little bit more distributed. And many of those exercises you can clearly do on your own. You don't need a partner to execute them. However, to do those exercises properly, you need to have spent some time under supervision doing them, basically, to make sure that you do them properly. There's no point in taking the few videos where you can see those exercises online and try to emulate them at home without having received instruction. So there's already a caveat here. Yes, you can train at home, but you don't want to kind of self-teach at home using available material. You also want to make sure that you get some feedback regularly, that you get supervised regularly. If not, every week, at least every month or every 2 months. So to make sure that if your practice starts to deviate from the right form, somebody's there to catch that and to instruct you and to correct you, basically. Otherwise, you might actually end up developing bad habits that are going to have to be deprogrammed before you start to do it the proper way, which essentially is going to cost you twice the time to get to do something right. Now, with the pandemic, obviously, there's some people that perhaps have been waiting for a year or even 2 years to start practicing Daito-ryu, and they have a little bit of an itch. They want to get started as quickly as possible, and they'll want to maybe take a look at what's available online or get some online instruction from an instructor to try to get started. Now, if you get online instruction through Zoom, Skype, Discord, Slack, pick your application or platform, that's probably fine to a degree. You'll be able to basically get some correction of the general basics of a movement. But the instruction itself is going to be a lot more complicated to do. So there's a bit of a limitation there. Now, if you've done and learned those exercises in the past under supervision, and the best you can do to receive corrections and instruction during this time period is to do it over video chat, then you can do that. But again, the feedbacks are gonna be limited because there's a lot that's kind of hard to see and verify with your own eyes as an instructor just through a video format, a video channel. So you'll get some feedback, but that feedback is going to have some limitations. Now, this being said, and speaking of instruction in the broader sense, one other thing you'll hear me often emphasize when it comes down to Daito-ryu is that it is a tradition, it is a culture, and first and foremost. As such, yes, you have a technical curriculum, you have a strong physical development aspect to the practice, but it goes beyond that. There's reading material you can go through, there's history, there's culturally relevant material you can try to get your hands on and go through, and there's discussions you can have with seniors and instructors, to try to deepen your understanding of what the tradition is all about, and all those things don't suffer the same limitations. You can do them online. You can do them even over email if you want to. You can reach out to instructor and try to get a better understanding of Daito-ryu as a tradition. And while it might not seem obvious, I can tell you this understanding, as it deepens, will inform how you will end up practicing once you can, either start the practice or resume it under supervision. It will actually make you a better practitioner because your execution will basically be done in the context that the tradition sets up for the various katas and exercise. So overall, individual training and exercises, yes. Once you have learned them, once you've done them under supervision for some amount of time, absolutely do them daily if you can. Do them frequently. These are the kind of exercises that are foundational to a good practice. But I would advise against starting those exercises remotely if you haven't been taught directly, regardless of whether you are a current Daito-ryu practitioner or you are someone who's just looking to start Daito-ryu and just can't right now because of the pandemic. That's pretty much it for now. If you have any follow-up questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comments below. Thank you for your time, and until next time.